All right. Anybody still with me? Oh, hello? There we go. All right. Hello. Hello and welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the delay. It's a little early here. Anywho. Looks like everything's good. All right, cool. Cool beans. Flip this on. Get some lighting going. That's one thing I was forgetting there. All right. I think we're good. I think we're set. Everything has been tested except for my stinking controller, which is unplugged. Right. Right. I was drawing. Had to plug in my little tablet. Only got 2 ports. One of them had to go. You watch any stuff from the new Monster Hunter? I like it. PC performs pretty shaky sometimes. Whatever reason, the Monster Hunter dev team over at Capcom, for this specifically, for Wilds or for the Monster Hunter IP, not great. Did better on things like Street Fighter 6, I think, for the PC port, but on console, on PS5, it's so smooth. It is such a smooth run. It's a very good thing. Story takes a bit. Story is locked, like everything is locked behind the story this time, which is not great. Usually it was like single player stuff. You could like get introduced to the game. You had a general overarching theme that you would go through, a storyline, quests and whatnot that would unlock based on whatever narrative was going on. And then, but if you went online, you could immediately get into like the high rank stuff and whatever. Whereas now it's low rank, high rank, all that is intertwined. So not the best approach for this latest entry, but once you get through it, I enjoy the gameplay loop. I just wish we had cross save so I could go back to my PS5 and play it. Only thing still on my wish list, but we've got it at like simultaneous launch now. That's kind of the payoff, and what a lot of people I think playing now don't get. It's like, would it be nice if Capcom just uploaded, made a good PC port? Yeah. Do I think that giving them another 3 or 4 months would help? Actually, no. Like, they rushed it for the investor report. I'm like, I'm telling you, they could spend a whole nother year on this game, and it's still going to be choppy because they just need the time for their people. It's not a rush thing. It's their talent needs to catch up. Happened with Iceborne, in World, happening now. This one was a lot more ambitious too. So the fact that it's even like simultaneous release at all is kind of crazy. Oh, I gotta do new Udra for this week. At least they're all in the same. Gosh dang it, dude. Hang on, I think my. Yeah, I'm printing something out through my bamboo lab. It keeps getting caught. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Hey, Tractor. 71% done. I had to refill. I ran out of filament. I have 2 refills, so that wasn't a problem. I put it back in. Now it keeps getting clogged. So, Ironically, it's the second of 3 parts, I think. Where no, it's the second of 4 parts. Because I think the other one is, I think you can stack it. Anyway, it's to hold filament wheels. Because I ordered a whole bunch more. I'm just kind of going all in right now because I enjoy doing stuff like this where I spray paint it down, I sand it. It's nice. It feels a bit more professional than just, you know, plastic feels neat or whatever. And then figuring out how to do like new custom decals and stuff like that. And make one for a friend for the Blue Mage deck. And yeah, overall good. I like that, but this latest one was such a. I'm gonna show it. I'm mad at it. It's this yellow paint. It's the yellow spray paint that I went out and got specifically for a project for somebody that I work with, and it would not. It clumped. It bubbled. It was not an even coat. I don't know what the heck this yellow problem was. And then when I went, I let it dry overnight. Came back, and my usual finishing touch is with a clear coat. Make sure all the pieces are sealed in, make sure that nothing's going to get rubbed off or whatever, and then it started cracking and peeling the paint. And I'm like, what the F is happening? Thank you. Sorry. I'm not used to actually hitting the BRB thing. Yeah, so anywho, that's what that was. Anywho. Let's switch things up. Okay, I did switch this. I'm gonna see how we do. I am really bad with Nudra. It's probably my worst hunt. Oh, right. What I was gonna do as well. Hang on. My internet's been kind of weird lately as well. Azul, welcome in. Thank you. Yeah, we're good. Why is it being... Dude, whatever. Everything's kind of... I'm also trying to work on... I'm really good at procrastinating this last video here that I'm going to do before we get into normal modes. For the Pilgrim's Traverse, I'm doing kind of like a narrative, story time-esque thing along with the footage because, again, with the Pilgrim's Traverse stuff, it's hard to do a start-to-finish thing because there's so many resets that happen. And I feel like I have to give context that I don't know what... I don't know. The way it should be in my mind is not how... It's not the content that I normally do for... for 14 content. Gosh dang it, this is clogged up again. You're kidding me. It's overloaded. I don't know why it keeps getting stuck. Hang on, I'll be right back. I don't know why this is doing this to me. Anyway, I'm not used to scripting. I don't like scripting stuff. So I get like an hour of it done every day, but I'm not. It's not something that I'm hoping that I can at least get it done before the 16th, but I'm not speeding through it like I normally do. Hang on. face, dude. Something about that spool. It just keeps being fed. It's like somebody wrapped it, but then it keeps going around like the underside. Or it's, I don't know. It's like woven in, and it's making it... Forget it. Oh, no worries, Azul. You keep hanging out. Not a biggie. Let me get this for you guys. In case anybody does want to hop in here. Let me copy to clipboard. Lobby ID. I need to put this on my... How do we go to... I want to edit favorites. My favorites are here. Yeah, that's fine. Edit favorites. Instead of that, I want copy to clipboard. Is it on here somewhere? Should be like the end here. Copy Hunter ID. Copy lobby ID. There we go. Yeah, that'll be super. That's so much better. Okay. And then I go over here. Let's go into the chat bot for, yeah, chat commands. Custom, exclamation point lobby. And save. So now you guys can hop in here if you'd like, or you just keep hanging out. Oh, that's the other thing that I wanted to look at while we were here, because I didn't have anything to talk about. Nothing new anyway. Let me go on to Reddit. r/Final Fantasy 14. Okay. Like anything new coming through here, we got new tome gear, which is that samurai sword is really cool. The weapons look great. The weapons actually look really neat. Gear though is very lackluster, except for the looks like the scouting or the aiming, right? Because dancer's aiming still. Aiming gear's pretty neat. It's stuck again. Whatever. I'm gonna take care of that after stream. This is ridiculous. And the striking is interesting, though. I'm not gonna say good. Anyway, let's see. Doesn't seem like. I was gonna say that's Ishmi's art style. It doesn't look like anything is. Yeah, nothing new so far. All right, I was just seeing if there's any groundbreaking news, any controversy. Controversy. So I still have my meal effects up. So let's go punch a squid in the face. I'm not getting up anymore. That filament's just gonna be there. Lobby! Exclamation point lobby. Investigation. I know I hate Nudra, but I'm pretty sure I saved. Yeah. I hate him. Let's hunt a 9-star. Shall we? This is a good idea. My life, dude. Or anybody can join here. Sounds like a good warm up. Yeah, I gotta limber up for Gogmazios. That's what people don't understand. We're always preparing for the greater threat on the horizon. No, I want this. I keep forgetting that the starting, what used to be the starting chest to get all your stuff is just the sacred. Need to make sure. Oh yeah, I got speed eating because I'm so fast, boy. All right. Bonk. Ow. No. Ah, no. I'm gonna play a little ditty. Ow, gosh, I don't. How do you even dodge with hunting horn? What do you do?
Thanks. That helped.
Ow, stop it. Ugh. You can't get out of the way with hunting horn. What do I do? Yes, honey. Okay, great, thanks. Oh, dude, I just can't read his attacks. Somehow I dodged that. Somehow Palpatine returned. Oh, you can store notes in there? How does that work? Hang on. So if I do... and then this, right? I'm going here. If I do this... ow. The greater threat on the horizon is being turned into a marketable plushie. That's already happened, though. Look. It's me.
Thanks. That helped.
I've been meaning to ask people a little bit more seriously. Is Perfect Rush still in Monster Hunter? I haven't figured out how to do it. Because usually it was, you go back, But yeah, I don't know how to do it anymore. Still haven't figured out how to do the follow-up on the hammer. Like the where you jump up in the air after the swing. I don't know. I keep trying to look at the helper button icons. But no dice. What's up, love? You can't tell what's inside the box. You have to open it. And if it's a gift, yeah, you're not allowed to open it. But if it's a gift, it'll say who it's for, usually, and what it's to. Get the cat. Ooh, very nice. Very good. Now, what the heck? Love how I'm support for myself here. Tractor showing me up. Yeah, they might be for the gift from them. Oh, somehow I mounted it. Sip. And he's going down. Bam. Bam. Man. Oh, I missed.
Looks like the monster dropped something.
I never use those pods. Maybe I should a little bit more. Typically, no. What's this? Woo-woo? Let me have that. Let me have that. Oh, I've been flinched. How dare! A taste of my own medicine. He's a little lethargic. The synthetic shield. Now, jeez. Oh, that's so cool. Garda, best skill in the game. Let's see here. Let's start with that. Oh, wait a second. Oh, hang on. Is that how that works? Okay, hang on. Testing something. I'll heal you for a sec, and then... Okay. Hang on. So if you do... So, do. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Ah. Out. You know better.
Thanks. That helps.
So then I do this. Can I do it faster? Looks like only 3. That's still really cool. What is that? You
I gathered some materials too. Check your field pouch.
No. Give me that. Okay. I was wondering why it was glowy. I'm either taking you home or taking a piece of you.
I set a trap.
Wait, it was already capable? Dang. What did you do to it? Bro, what did you do? I actually annihilated the damn thing. Yeah. Just gunlance things, I guess. So this is, where is the rarity 8? 5, 6. So, oh, free meal one isn't bad. Let's see here. Mind's Eye, Evade Window. Already have a quick sheath one. Let's just... Alright, not as bad as I thought. I'm gonna switch it up. I don't need to be support. You've got things handled. Though, now I know. I didn't know you could speedrun songs with the echo. That makes a world of difference. That's super cool. Super cool. Lots of things about certain weapons that I'm probably just not aware of. Do I want to do this, or do I want to do... I kind of want to do blades. Let's see. Mizu is, compared to these, less water attack, but more attack damage. So we're going to do this. That's a slicked blade. That is while afflicted with bubble blight. So that combos off of the Mizutsune gear. hear the music happening. So this, okay, hang on. I got Marathon Runner, Latent Power. That's the majority of why I have this set, is the Latent Power. So, how much Mizu stuff do I actually have? I've got this, and this has Evade Extender on it, which is good. So I think I only need Bubbly Dance 2, yeah? Yeah, so I really only need 2 pieces here. Latent Power, Evade Extender. Sun Resistance. There's Stamina Surge on this. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm just... there are the Mizus. Burst. Actually, Burst is should be really good on dual blades. Okay. Spray Dows is extend activation time of the... Okay. So at least 2 is still good here. Having 1 more of Mizu isn't going to help me out a whole lot. Flare is never bad. However, do we need it? This one has Constitution built in and 2... oh, a lot of more gem slots. Let's see what we can... Sacrifice some Flare. Excuse me, let me get through here. What are we doing? So, we have... Burst... This is Flare, so we have a little bit of Flare. We could probably swap out for something else. I think this is Weakness Exploit. So let's do another Burst. So we max out on Burst. Then we could do another Flare. Anything else that, or no, I would prefer Latent Power. Thank you for the resub, Kaylee. You watch Drak videos 525 times? You're a real one. Oh, happy subiversary. That's 12 months. Hot dang. Welcome back. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm glad to help. Thanks for continuing to watch the content. Yeah, we're going to give up on Flare. We're going to give up on Flare. Flare's not bad. Do not get me wrong. Do not get it twisted. Do not twist it. Should be new Constitution. That's it. So Marathon Runner's all right. This gives me Critical Element and Marathon Runner. So yeah, 1 more in Constitution would be great. But wait, what's this? Evasion. I don't think I need... Is this Evade Extender? Or no, it's Evade Window. Do I have a level 2 Constitution? I don't have Stamina Surge. I think that's more important. And I think we got the... I don't know how much better we're going to get. You know what I mean? Anyway, critical boost, and critical eye, why not? Whatever, or a water. Okay, I'm actually gonna... Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry. I don't know why I didn't have burst on a dual blade. That makes so much sense.
Yes.
All right, let's kick this guy's can. Sorry, I need to put you in a link. I'll invite you to the link party after this. How goes getting slapped around? Oh, it goes. You know how I be. Learned a new thing about hunting horn. A year later. Really get to catch you online. Been watching since 2020, since sort of 14. Appreciate content a lot. Want to give feedback. Okay, good. The hotbar space issue on controllers, but also personally do not like the suggestion for single button combos in 14's future. Feel both minimize the own enjoyment of pressing buttons. Weirdly makes me feel. Yeah, okay, so maybe this will make it, because I saw another comment like this, and I think it's simply a misunderstanding. I don't want everything to be one button. Okay? What I want to be consolidated to one button is exactly what they did for Viper and Pictomancer. Buttons that will never deviate from the course. Things that always go from 1 to 2 to 3. Never 1 to 2 to A to B. All that stuff. It's just kind of like a redundancy of space. But yeah, transforming buttons is more of what I'm talking about. So if it always goes 1, 2, 3 and never deviates, it's just a straight line. Those things I think can be consolidated into a single button. Do I want the entire combo, everything that you're supposed to do in your rotation, put to one button? No. Maybe you still feel like hitting the 1, 2, 3 is still interesting. I think, let me put it this way, because this is kind of the question I was going to pose to people who still disagreed with it. Would Pictomancer be better if all three of the fire to blizzard to thunder or whatever, if all of those were separate buttons instead of just one? Would Viper be better if it had 6 more buttons on the hotbar for its combo? Would those two classes be better, or does it make sense to keep them all on the same button because they only ever do the thing, right? Are they worse? Would they be better with more buttons, or are they worse with less? So I'm asking that in good faith. Feel free to continue to think about it. It's not a. I don't like the when there's a discussion going on and somebody makes a point and everybody's like, oh, it's like, nah, give people a chance to chat. You want a discussion. So I understand that you like buttons to press. I agree. More buttons to press is fun. However, one of my things is from a design standpoint, right? I think a game could be designed where you're only hitting one button. Or you take this game, right? Monster Hunter. It's got like 6 buttons, but that doesn't mean it only has 6 attacks. You still have to know it has actual built-in combos between buttons. So your actual move pool is substantially higher than probably even what you have in 14, simply because you have the option, or you have the way that the buttons work together. That 14 doesn't. So I don't think that I think having combos is a good thing, and I think combos are interesting. But there is a point when it's like, is it actually good to have a whole bunch of button bloat just for the sake of having more buttons to press? Do I want all classes to be like ninja? Like ninja, like monk, where it's not necessarily, because when I was originally coming up with the idea, I was just like, oh, this is like mudras, and then I thought for a second, it's like, no, mudras are combos. So in that, yes, I want more jobs to have actual combos, and I think it would be nice if there were just a core set of buttons, like I said before, a core set of buttons that you could then mix and match. Again, if you haven't seen any Fellowship gameplay, I'd recommend it. Just to see what it is. You know what I mean? So Machinist. So I'm not going to talk about Machinist. I don't really know about Machinist, but say for Samurai, right? Where you get the stickers, like you're saying. That's already a combo system, so it doesn't need to be simplified any further. So it is a... Samurai has a combo system. Machinist might have a combo system. If it already has a combo system, it doesn't need to be consolidated. But for things like... maybe Warrior? It's 1, 2, 3 could be put into one button. I'm pretty sure Paladin is the same thing now. Up into Fast Blade, Riot Blade, Rage of Halone, or whatever it is nowadays. That could be one button. So it's hard to convey, but background and intent, I suppose, I'd like to know. With something like Samurai, which has 3 diverging, would it be... yeah, so I just answered that. So yeah, no. Samurai has a combo where it's not the same 3 buttons every time. The first 2 buttons can transform into... I'm pretty sure they transform into... Right? After having played it, I should know better. I'm about to die. For anything that never deviates, I think that could all be one button. However, I wouldn't... Like, if I'm misremembering this, just because I go on autopilot so frequently, I'm not sure if I have them split up because of hotbar stuff, or whatever. But like the first attack, Hikaze, I think it is, can go into the 2, which can go into a 3 or 4, but it can also go into a 2A, which is the ice sticker, right? So yeah, again, if it, I guess people are having a hard time imagining it or picturing it because Viper and Pictomancer are built with these in, but I just want that system put into more classes, if that makes sense. Because that is happening currently right now in Viper and Pictomancer. So Pictomancers, whether it be the AoE or the normal, it always goes from 1 to 2 to 3. That never changes, so it's always one button. You're always hitting one button, but you're going through a combo. And then you have things that build off of that combo when you complete it, right? And then they transform again when you are when you have a buff up or something like that. Yeah, I don't think it's possible on Monk because you never want to be optimal on Monk. You switch it out. Should have probably saved that for him. I think because I don't know if it was you, but somebody on the last podcast that I did, we had this discussion, and I was going back to see if they'd replied, and I think the comment got deleted. I was like, I don't think I was mean. I wasn't necessarily aggressive, but I stood my ground on it. Because most of this stuff, when I suggest something, like, there's a difference between being like, I don't know, would this work? I think it might be cool to explore the idea of X, Y, Z, whatever. But if I'm saying something like, this is something that should happen, usually I've thought about it for a bit, so I have something to say if people want to disagree, which is fine. I'm not trying to, like, start a fight or anything. This guy's already ready to go to sleep. Tractor is trucking. We hit him with a couple sleepy bombs. 1 sleepy bomb. 2 sleepy bombs. And... Dude, he just spat on your trap. He didn't give a damn about your trap, nor my trank pods anyway. Okay. Main tanks is error, please no. Combos were only button. Get so bored so fast. Again, I will say though, would Viper be better if it had 9 buttons in its main combo instead of 2? Would Pictomancer be better if it had a 3-button combo instead of just the 1? Or are they worse because they don't have that? You know what I mean? Like, if it's the same button all the time, it's... Like, it doesn't make PvP... For me, personally, it doesn't make PvP less enjoyable. It doesn't make Pictomancer or Viper less enjoyable. It's just like, it's... Certain things, I think we're just used to it. But I don't think it's a bad thing to consolidate a few buttons down into 1. But you still have everything else, as far as just the 1, 2, 3, you know what I mean? Okay, so you would prefer Viper have more buttons. Okay, then it's just, I guess, a difference of like what we get out of it, I suppose. For me, it doesn't make a big difference to have less. That lets me focus on more, I guess. But that's as like a controller player.
This is a rare research
I don't feel like it takes away from my enjoyment of it. Dragoon's a little different because the combos are, it's not just the same thing over and over. Like, you do have your rotation and whatnot, but, yeah. I think it comes down to a matter of preference then. Because, again, it's mostly, for me, and I'll stand by this, is that it's mostly how it feels to play. It's not how many buttons I'm pressing in what way. It's the feedback that I'm getting when I hit those buttons. And then incorporating things like timing and optimization and stuff, that should still be a thing. But you could make a fun game off of 1 button. Some people would still complain about it, sure, but like you could still do it if you made it feel good enough to do so. Whether it be like changing the timings of button hits or reacting to an enemy, because like that's most Souls and that's most Souls-like games, right? You have like 1 or 2 actual attack buttons, but you're incorporating other things like timing, dodging, all that stuff. So like maybe 4 or 5 at the end of it. I think it'd be great if people were able to enable transforming buttons. Yeah, yeah. I could get behind that. Yeah, for sure. If we had the option to do that, then I would go for... I just think... mostly, I also... It's not simply a matter of having just repetitive or useless extra buttons. It's like it always goes into the same thing. Somebody used, because the comment that I got was about fighting games and those inputs and like what I want, because I don't like simplified stuff, and I'm not a big fan of auto combos in fighting games. I don't like the idea of whatever they call it in Street Fighter, and same in Tekken. But they made it more accessible where you can just kind of button mash. Where against an experienced player, which I'm not necessarily, it won't do anything really, because once somebody knows what the auto combos are, they know exactly what's coming next, right? So then they can block and plan accordingly, and they'll know when it finishes, all that stuff. But for me, it's like, okay, you have light punch, but you still have quarter circle forward light punch, and you have dragon punch input light punch. and you have double forward light punch. But to me, having extra buttons would be like, oh, well, it's a new command, so quarter circle forward should always be like one button. Then you should have, if you're doing the Dragon Punch input, it needs to be another button on top of that. So you need 4 light punch buttons for each input. So for me, having fighting games consolidated into more or less 4 buttons, where you have light, medium, heavy punch, and then a special button, that works fine for me because there are inputs that are tickling my brain where I have to do it specifically in an order and then mix and match light, medium, heavy, and whatnot, and then finish off on something, right? But personally, the filler stuff, I want to get rid of global cooldown. That's probably that's more controversial than just consolidating buttons, I think. Whereas I want potency and cooldown to match animation. So animations that take a little longer, I want to play out, and I would prefer to get rid of, like, make certain abilities faster and snappier, and then you don't have to have as many off global cooldowns to fill in the space. So you still, like, overall the average buttons pressed is the same, but I just don't like one having, like, say, Fast Blade on Paladin. That doesn't need a 2.5 second cooldown because it's over immediately. But then you have, like, Rage of Halone, which is a really cool attack, but then you're immediately cutting off the animation with the off global stab attack. So you don't get to enjoy it. Like, it's more about pressing the buttons than seeing what's happening on the screen, where I'm a player that prefers the feedback. You know, I like the camera shake. I like seeing the critical hit numbers. I like hearing the sound effect when a crit or a hit happens. You know what I mean? I think I brought it up in that one podcast for, like, the redesigning jobs. For tanks and stuff, I would prefer not necessarily stances, but it's like not a stance in the conventional 14 way. Oh.
Of course. Come back anytime.
Sorry, almost forgot again. There's people in my lobby. There we go. Where if say something similar to Wings, Paladin's Wings, if that was something where you actually, like, you squatted down, you hunkered behind your shield, maybe it slowed you down for a bit, but getting hit, like, you toggle it. It's more of a toggle than a turn on a buff kind of a thing, where you get behind it, and then if you time it right and you get hit by it and then you turn it off, you're getting resources to put into an attack. Or if you time it, then it you, like, charge up your shield or something with another spell and then go into it, then it does damage back to the creature, or it increases, like, the mitigation that you get. I still think getting rid of the 2-minute meta is the best option, and that's why I would prefer, you know, we can't have raid-wide buffs as a part of that, or put it on a resource system rather than a timer. So it has to be, like, naturally built up. So I don't know. I have games like this where there's not 20 buttons to go through in a rotation. There's not a whole bunch of buffs to keep up necessarily, but I have, like, in demon mode, I have my gauge. Did I put it up? No, I invited you and then I didn't put up the quest because I'm silly. I'm getting lost in the sauce here. I still think it would be okay if there were builds for 2-minute meta, right? Like I said that before, Or if people still like it, then they can go ahead and do it. And that's totally fine by me. Like, I'm not against people doing it. I don't think it should be the only option. Hey there, Sana. How's it going?
Now, are you prepared?
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that we've got a huge player base that wants different things. And so, but the feedback, the conversation is good because maybe there is a middle ground in there where the most people possible are happy. Not everybody's going to be happy, but the most people possible can be happy. But see, like, I have my stamina gauge to manage, and I have my demon gauge to build up that I'm always spending. But it's active, and yes, this is a different type of game. And then there's stuff like that where it's, you know, perfect dodging gives me a buff. You weren't here, gentlemen, that's why. Everybody knows that if you're not watching the stream, your opinion sucks, and it doesn't matter. If you're not feeding my algorithm, doesn't matter. Yeah, because, like, the 2-minute meta came into play because people were asking Yoshi P, hey, we've got all these buffs and whatnot, but it's a real pain to try and coordinate them with everybody. So then Yoshi P was like, fine, the easy way to do that is just make them all come up at the same time. And he was right. That's exactly how you fix that problem, if that's the problem most people are having. Now, that wasn't everybody's problem, but that was a vocal problem. And for, like, the casual player, that's probably the best, right? It makes the most sense. I want to go in, I want to play the game, I don't want to spend hours and hours optimizing or figure things out. I just want to play my class, do the content, and I want that to be enough. I'm not against that whatsoever. The thing is that was then the only thing possible. So instead of making it where it was something that was flexible to players, it was just straight up, this is how it is now. I would love to see, like, maybe skill trees. It doesn't have to be anything too advanced or anything, but having builds, right? Ow, jeez Louise. Where it changes how some certain abilities work or how timers work or whatever. I don't know. But doing it on, like, a resource system would still allow things to come up at a certain time if you're doing it right, you know? Without making it super... Like, if you played the class exactly how you're doing it now, you could build up the exact amount of gauge that you need. That was up my butt. Can't understand the viewpoint if it's hard to coordinate the buffs. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. That's why I appreciate certain things in other games where it's like there's a break bar for the boss. When do you use all your abilities? When the boss is broken and taking more damage, right? Especially when I'm playing things like Rebirth, when you have the stagger bar and whatnot. or in 14, you know, when's the best time? You have a time when you can, like, for casters, like, this is the moment when I'm not moving as much. So I get to do all these buttons, right? Or this is where I'm going to put my ley lines because I'm not going to have to move a whole bunch. Things like that. There are points of a boss fight where it's like, okay, this is when most people can get their stuff off without interruption or punishment. Jeez, I freaking hate this ability more than anything. I despise that freaking attack. That's why I hate Nudra so much. Ugh. Irritating. Oh, and he's also arc-tempered, so it hurts a lot. As far as dying being punishing in a fight, I agree, but I also have part of that voice in my head that's like, well, you're not supposed to. You know what I mean? When you're going for the clear, dying isn't supposed to be it's not what you're supposed to avoid it. Learning and progging a fight, yeah, it's no shame in dying to figure stuff out when you're, you know, learning and whatnot. But yeah, I have to. I'm more on the side of the get good forehead because I tell that to myself. I'm not just like being a dick to you guys. Though, does that mean that there shouldn't be any ways to make it less horrible? No. I'm not saying that those opinions or whatnot are invalid at all. I'm just, that's the first thing that pops into my mind because I'm like, man, this sucks. I hate, because like my thing with ultimate fights, I hate how many 8-man checks there are. But that's kind of the point. The point is to do it as well as possible and to optimize super well. If you take that away and make it easier, all of a sudden the content kind of loses its purpose for the intended audience, right? So then I just suck it up or just don't do it. Which is my right. Because not every bit of content has to cater to me. Gosh dang it. Ugh.
New supply items are in. They're in your Sacred's pouch.
Yeah. I've got that ultimate gamer thing. Dude, anytime somebody brings up ultimate, I start to cringe. I get stressed. Just because I know the feeling. Anytime an 8-man check happens, I immediately, like, mentally or physically, or both, tense up because I'm like, okay, am I gonna die? No. Okay, I'm in the right spot. I hope I'm in the right spot, right? And then, okay, resolved. I'm in the right spot. Just kidding. Somebody else died. The whole party wiped, and we have to start over. Time to get back here after another 8 minutes. I tried to get out. Got me. What I hate about this guy is that I cannot cut off his stupid tentacles, dude. They are so stuck on there. It's like I'm slicing jelly with a butter knife. One of those gel things, just making no impact. Hey, Tuno. No, it's totally Monster Hunter. I didn't install a mod to make the Ultros fight look different. You're gonna get me banned. He's gonna get angry with me. Yeah, I could agree there. It's a weird discussion about difficulty. It's so weird because for me, difficulty is how much you're engaged in a fight. It doesn't, but every time what happens is, what do they do? What do the devs do, or what do people do? It's dying too fast. Make it have more health. Make it hit harder. It's hitting like a white paper towel. So then you just have these like big rubber walls that you're doing no damage to that hit like an absolute bus, right? And then it just takes 15 minutes to do it. And then people are like, oh, this is boring. It's just the same fight. It just takes so much longer to kill. And it's like, okay, man. But in 14, at least, when you get savages and ultimates, yeah, the DPS check for like top I've heard was very overtuned, whatever. But even for like the Arcadian, it was a little overtuned. Like they could have cut back a little bit on how well you had to do on the DPS check for savage content, right?
Trap set.
But for the most part, it was okay. But yeah, I really wish more developers and people would be like, would wake up to, it's not easy because it's over quickly. It's easy because there's not very much challenging me mentally. I think that's, for the most part, what it is. Because for me, a harder hitting monster in Monster Hunter just means I have to avoid getting hit a little bit more. Or I'm spending more time chugging potions, right? But that's part of it, is like reacting. It's an action combat game, so reacting to the action is part of it. In 14, it's a weird thing, because it's just how well did you do your rotation and how well did you do your uptime. Some people really enjoy that. Some people are like, oh, this is, my electrons are firing off. My neurons are freaking so happy right now. We're stimmed the heck out. But yeah, I mean, it's to each their own. But it's the problem right now is that they've cast such a huge net for 14, brought in all these players, catered to too much diversity, right? Too much diversity in the fact that too many players can do too much. I think it's okay to have a diverse player base that enjoys doing different content, like crafters, gatherers, and then you have dungeon runners and story players, and then you have extreme and savage raiders, and then you have ultimate raiders. You know, those are okay, but it's like everything is becoming casualized, or everything is becoming more monotonous to like, well, these, so we're gonna make it so that crafters can play the dungeon content, can play the, you know, it's just too much. So they've kind of shot themselves in the foot where, yeah, they've got a lot of people playing, but they don't have a lot of people invested anymore. The people that were invested in the early game when it came out, because of the novelty, because of how, like, in spite of things being difficult, maybe there's something to the difficulty that led to people being so engaged in it, where they felt a payoff to learning the systems and engaging with them and optimizing them. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would say Savage Treasure Maps, right. Like having a one-button rotation. Okay, listen, look. It's not that I want a full one button rotation, but I think I still believe that certain abilities you would lose nothing by just putting it one button. Because what are you doing? Instead of doing this, you're doing this.
See you again.
You know what I mean?
Ranger.
Like, do, or, and then like sometimes it's do, or it's do. Like, I don't know. But yeah, a full one button rotation. Yeah. Again, I don't like calling like in the most generous sense, Final Fantasy XIV combos, even the 1, 2, 3s are technically combos, but I don't know. There's no mix and match for that to like. It's just it's a one-dimensional combo. Do I know every time where I are in the rotation if I only press one button? Yeah. Because again, I'm a kind of player that gets feedback from the screen and the effects, so I know it's happening based off of the animations going on. That's what's different for me. So I would do better, or I would be able to tell. Like I didn't have any issues figuring out where I was in Pictomancer, that one rotation, because the icon changed, the animation changed, and I got something after completing it. So there are 3 different things that the game gives you to give feedback to the fact that you are here in the rotation or whatever. And again, like, I'm guessing you guys don't like PvP either, for that same reason. But for me, it showed that, oh, I'm still getting the feedback. I still see the cool abilities or whatever. I get it. Like, I can do the PvP. So, but that's kind of where I'm at, where the one button combos are not the thing I enjoy about PvP. Yeah, but it's like, it doesn't necessarily, for me, it doesn't take away. For me, what's weird about Viper, where it does get confusing, is that it's 2 one-button combos that can like go into each other. Like after a while of playing with it, I would figure it out, but that's the thing that kind of gets me. See, we need more cephalopods for the weekly.
Of course. Come back anytime.
What do we have? I don't want to fight Zoshia. I don't like that fight. He's mean. Tempered Legaia Cruz. He's super mean though. I'm just gonna save it so I can fail it 3 times. Any more cephalopods though? What are we looking at here? So the 2 are in Ruins of Bavaria and Oil Well Basin. Where the frick, dude?
Yeah.
Whatever. I guess we'll just do the optional quest, knock it out real fast. Is there one with 2? Right, because just needs to be high rank. Yeah, hang on, let me check
Let me
again.
know if you change your mind.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and put it up, Tractor. So we finished the basin. So yeah, we just need the, yeah. Problem with Viper is how repetitive the combos are. I don't know how 14 cannot be repetitive. You know what I mean? Want to put it up, Tractor?
Come back anytime.
Or start the quest or whatever? Yeah, again, Samurai is not a case where I would want the one button combo because they can differ, you know? That to me is like, that's what I keep up with. That's what's interesting to me. You have it up? Oh. Okay. And the best design job in 14 is Reaper. See, a lot of people had the complaint about Reaper
All right.
being like really monotonous. Again, like we're dealing with a lot of people, right? With a lot of different opinions, a lot of different... Quest has ended. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Jesse really likes it. I just heard people complaining about it nonstop. But again, for like the 50th time, right? For me, it's what I'm seeing on screen, the feedback I'm getting from the hits and the animations and the effects and the numbers and all that good stuff. That's what entertains me.
Do you have a moment? I have a lot of things for you from everyone.
I was given a message for you.
Can I not talk to you?
Do you have any requests?
I request that you give me all your loot. Oh my goodness, this music. Ooh, this is nostalgic. When did they start doing this? Is this Freedom? Is this Freedom Unite? Sounds like Freedom Unite music.
Bye.
Huh. This is from... Huh, okay, yeah. I knew it was an early one. Oh, that's sick. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's awesome. Though anyway, like as far as like what jobs are good or whatever, I also think it's okay to have different jobs that appeal to different people. Like I think it's perfectly fine for people to be like, I don't like this job because X, Y, and Z, right? I don't like it when people say this job is bad because X, Y, and Z. Which perhaps I've done as well at some point, which I need to do better on, but... I knew it was coming. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Help. I'm stuck. Help me. Help! I can't get out! I am in his grundle, dude. I can't. Whatever, this is my life now. Should have gotten the dodge for that. Playing dual blades in this and then going to try and finish my playthrough of 7 Rebirth. Not good. I'm dodging into enemy attacks. I'm like, I get iframes, right? And Rebirth is like, no. And not only do you not have iframes, you're not safe on the ground. You're going to get bullied and knocked down and stunlocked over and over and over again. Die frames. Anyway, respect the opinions, differing though they may be. For me, I still struggle to figure out the appeal of hitting buttons for the sake of hitting buttons. Just because my thing is to get to the payoff of a certain point. I hit buttons as a means to an end, not the end goal of actually hitting the buttons, you know what I mean? So that's when I'm like, I just, where I disagree with those kinds of things, or where I was beforehand, before more discussion was done, it was the fact that I'm like, if I get to watch the animations and get the cool effect at the end, I don't need... It's not any more taxing on me. Or it's obviously it's less taxing to hit one button versus 3. But like I'm also moving my thumb so little distance. It is virtually the same. So I'm not feeling a difference of, oh, this combo is now 1 button versus 3. It's more the space on the hotbar and button below. Oh, geez, that has like no wind up. Good grief. Execution. I guess for me, it's also because of the global cooldown. It's a global cooldown, which means the button's up at the same time every time. So, again, for me, personally, if I'm doing the button presses, it's not like I'm timing it, especially with the button buffer that they have for us. So yeah, that's why I am not for it. Not necessarily saying I'm against having multiple buttons, but yeah. Yeah. All right. To each their own, I suppose. Again, even if we're allowed a toggle to do it, because they already have it laid out. Obviously, it's not as easy to code something just because it's visually represented somewhere. But 14 at least has it shown in the skills, like which skills are what and how they interact with each other and upgrade or whatnot. F me, dude. It's so hard to figure out how big those things explode, or how big the explosions are. Maybe Bola. To me, it's just not much of a puzzle, is where I'm coming from. Even if I were to oversimplify it to something like, where does the square peg go, right? It's the fact that only one hole is open at any time. Giggity. So it's, do you want to press the circle button? Too bad, you can't. That's not part of the combo, so you have to hit the square button. But after the square always comes the circle, and then after the circle always comes the triangle. Did I end up getting all the shrines? No, oh, nice, thank you. I need to check my, no, I think it's, should it be here now? I think it was December 1st and then the 12th I have cards coming. So I got more, no, I ordered those before. So I got those cards that I ordered, which were for my lease deck. It was right here, right now. And then I ordered the rest. I've been splurged a little bit on the $20 hay bay. No. Oh, I didn't want to take them all. I became a shrine player because I was in my card shop and then I saw the shrines. I was like, oh, this is synergy. I love seeing that. Like I was like, I can brew for this. This is cool. And then the owner who I've become friends with, he was like, oh, I've got this enchantment deck that I took apart. You should put all these enchantment stuffs in a shrine deck. You should make the like Go Shintai and put all this stuff into the Go Shintai deck and get all your shrines in there. I was like, oh yeah, cool. And then I played it. I was like, oh. And then I put it away. Sphere of Safety. I think that's in there. It's a very expensive deck, most of which I did not pay for. I was just handed stuff, and I was like, yeah, why not? It's really cool. But since I put so much into it, I also put it together because somebody that I was playing with he was such a freaking tryhard. Every freaking time. And so I was like, I need something to absolutely wreck him. And shrines were it. Shrines did it until they saw me play it once, and then I became the target the second I pulled it out. If the 1/1 buttons are all meaninglessly potency dumps, which they are on tank for the most part, yeah. But if you get resources, buffs, and positionals, it is not. Okay, yeah, I'll concede that too. Yeah, bold of me to try and win. Bold of me to try and have fun. You guys want to play with my... What was that one deck? Is Reed in here? He remembers. What was the... I think Atraxa? Was it Atraxa and Joda? Gosh, dude. Fun times. Yeah, it was one of those. Everything has something to gain from their combo. They don't have positionals. The MAME doesn't give anything anymore. Riot Blade. Does Riot Blade still give mana, I guess? Oh. Should look at the Discord card for the My Little Pony crossover. I heard that I wasn't playing Magic at the time. I just heard that they'd done it. Was the NTG My Little Pony Discord? I know about him because my daughters. It's $45. What is he? It's a secret layer, right? The beginning of your end step, choose a random non-land magic card name. Until your next end step, you may cast a copy of a spell with that name and mana of any type you can use to cast that spell. If you cast a spell anyway, copy this ability. If Discord is on the battlefield. Okay. What fun is there in making sense? Let's get a copy of a card in Magic. Oh, okay. Yeah. I like Xenos. I made a Xenos deck. He was fun. I might make that one physically at some point. But yeah. Yeah, again, Guillotine, for me, it's... I can pick apart where I am in a 3-part combo. Again, Viper gets a little messy, but... yeah. To each their own. Do one more here, and then we'll be done with that. I kind of wanted to do Lagai Cruise a bit, but... actually, I still want to do Lagai Cruise. We're going to do Lagai Cruise.
See you again, Hunter.
I'm going to prep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a shield, and then we're gonna do Lagai Cruise.
I'm counting on you.
I don't do Infect with Xenos, but I do have a lot of just kill cards. Yeah, that's a thing. I need more gun lances. Let's do... what's on this? Artillery. Artillery and earplugs. To do... actually, no. Let me do my... no, never mind. Kind of want to do more Lance. Lance is actually kind of interesting in this game. I just don't have very many. What is laggy weak to? For whatever reason, my brain says fire, but I don't know if that's true anymore. Where are you at, Laggy Cruz? Fire. It is true. It is the truth. Stew time. Thank you. Fire and ice. And dragon. Okay. Then I don't need to go crazy here. Just going to switch out this one for my Spear of Prominence. I still do need a guard up. I'm just going to put it on here. Truck on. Guard up. Good. Done. Now... Guard. Guard. I'm going to have to steal it. I'm going to steal it. I'm going to take it from somebody else. Where are you? Where are you? I'm so the brain rot, dude. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Dude, I know you're in here. I know you're in here. Yeah, shut up, dude. Shut up. I know you're here. Do I have another one? Guard, 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 guard. There's a search function in there. I don't know where. There's something there. Okay, steal it from my... There, okay. And good. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Did I equip? Did I equip it? Hang on. Oh yeah, this is just glamored. Right? I didn't just put stuff on and then it... Yes. Okay, cool. Ooh, that's gonna be piping hot. I'm gonna leave it for now. Kefka deck. That gives me the heebie-jeebies. Neil played Kefka deck against us one time. And I could not kill him fast enough. Your commander is always going to be turned into the moon. Did I put that one in this deck? Hang on. As I go down to this super dangerous monster. Yeah. I made sure any blue deck I have has imprisoned in the moon. I guess another thing for me is because, like I said before, Monster Hunter has a lot of one-button combos, or combos from one button. I'm watching the animation to know what I get from it, right? So I know 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth one is the jab. This is the bad. I forgot. That does chip damage. So much chip damage. Can't just cheese block that. Oh, almost back up another. The thing in Monster Hunter is that these monsters are so active, you can't really get your full combo off all the time. Yeah, take it easy, Vannon. Thanks for bringing it up. I always enjoy getting new insights. Helps me grow as a person. I'm a developer. Oh gosh. Dude, I'm trying to block here. And you're being a punk bastard. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone! I said leave me alone! Nice shot. Oh, naive me. I'm like, I want the Legaia set because it looks cool. I'm gonna go ahead and make it. Alright, finally beat my arc-tempered Legaia Cruise, this 9-star piece of garbage. After so many deaths. Now I can make the piece of the gear that I want. And then I look at the armor set. It needs 3, dude. It needs freaking 3. Why does it need 3? No armor set needs 3 friggin' gems. It's so stupid. Take it easy, guillotine. Suck on this, buddy. Wait, is that true? They're free gems from investigations? How have I not realized this? Oh, probably because I die so often on them. You get some word about the collab? Oh, I missed it. Dang it. Normally I'm on that. Yeah, I looked at the art. I didn't really feel any type of way about the collab as far as what was meant to be, I guess, or what they like. Once I watched the Tolarian College prof and break it down, I agreed with his takes. Oh yeah, it could have been better. Me, I was just like sitting there like, yeah, I want Rathlos and I want Lugai, or I want Zenogre. Do I care if I'm gonna play them? No, I just want them. So that was where I was. I was just like, whatever, cool, sure. I just want Monster Hunter. I'm gonna put them in a binder or display them or something like that. Yeah. Definitely agree that they could have done better, for sure. Kakoosh. That was cool. Oh, we got chomped for that one. I love your plugs. Let's go in the water, dude. Ouch. Alright. You listened. Also, you guys, if I may pat myself on the back, I did a good job. I got all my my house decorated for Christmas. Got the lights up. I wish I could share it without doxing myself. Gosh, you need to be like right up in his face. Probably go over here. Get hit, get hit, get hit. Oh, come on! Ah! Sorry. Ouch. Nice. Stab him. Oh, owie! Get me out of here. I need more barnacles. Where are the barnacles? There we go. I accidentally pulled down terrain instead of grabbing barnacles, thinking that they were barnacles. Ouch. Ow! Been shot. You can just do that. Forgot about that auto target, which is so nice. That's a little quality of life. Whoa, no snapping. Snappy, no snapping. Me old bastard. I really wish we could get his freaking head because it's glowing. I want to hit the glowy bit. Ah. Ow. Good grief. Nice. Is that it? Yeah. Oh, he's already dead. Almost dead. Well, that one's not so bad. I think that's a cool feature. Just want to sit here. Boom. All of them. I could just slam jam. I ain't scared of you. Ouch. Jeez. Where are they? Oh, gosh. Never mind. We just killed him. Alright. That build's crazy. I know I'm not doing that much damage. You're absolutely slaughtering this guy. Oh, there's a sapphire.
Make sure to grab anything a monster leaves behind.
That'd be fun to be on Shuffle Up and Play. I have to... no. I need to upload more on my DrakDex. I think I'm going to shift to Magic content. Just TCGs in general. But I need to find a way to get content out that's really editing light. And also not worry about so much about getting stuff out quickly. Like I said before, I used to spend so much time stressing over my content's not going to be relevant. I have to get these videos out as soon as possible, or people are going to lose interest. Not realizing you guys just watch it a year, 10 years after it's been relevant. Like, I'm killing myself for no reason. Not to say that I'm just going to not do those videos, but more so to the point of I can make other content in between the raid videos. Like, I can take a day to edit up or to film and record some Magic gameplay or Pokemon unboxing or whatever. I can just do that and then go right back to the other stuff. So I'm just not to. So technically, most of you aren't even deprived of content, like most people are, because most people don't like everything that I have to do. But you guys are here. You're just here to hang. You guys let me do variety stuff. I'm gonna have to call it here though. I'm gonna finish off eating. I'm gonna hang out with the family. Should be back tomorrow. I just was not feeling it. I'm glad today worked out and then we had something to talk about. I just... Oh, at some point I have to finish that video. I just have to get through it. I'm like halfway done. Like I got to the point, I scripted up to the point where Raya, me, and Soji beat the first 30, floor of 30 boss, or beat that boss for the first time. And then I'm trying to think of like filler. I'm gonna have a compilation of every time we hit landmines. And then the next big point that in my mind is when we finally got to the Giganto tender or whatever. It's not even that it's Christmas, it's that I just don't want to do this video. Right, it's new, so I'm not motivated because I can't just... It's breaking my pace. And I'm still also trying to split up my day between doing Call to Ascension stuff, which is coming along. I'm getting like 2 or 3 monsters done every day, which is good. So that's filling out. I hope that I have creatures done by the end of the month. And then I can work on filling out more monsters, and then Overlord stuff and all that. Yeah, let me... Are you in the Discord? Or if you're in one of the Discords, post a screeny in the Monster Hunter area and tag me, at me. You know, that's a cool build. It's tempting me to do Zoshia in order to... Oh, you can just do it that way. Cool. Okay, neat. All right. So one is with guard up, one is without. Okay, cool. Right on. Hey, thanks a lot, man. And thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Again, if you guys like Magic the Gathering stuff, I do have these. These are just files, image files, but you can put them into any proxy site. It's got one of us using the new art for our thumbnails. So you can download them. I think they're $2 each. You can either get it on the Ko-fi, so it's coffee.com/DrakGamestein, or on patreon.com/DrakGamestein. And I think the Patreon's only the bulk, because otherwise I'd have to sell them all for $3 per. And I didn't want to do that. But yeah, it's 2 each or 12 for bulk, and then you can order them yourselves. I have them in my Lease 14 deck here. Forgot they're right here. So if you want to support the channel and get yourself some cool cards, I used printingproxies.com, which did pretty well, and then I have a custom back if you want to do that as well. But yeah, that's it. So check out the Patreon. Oh, sale is going on until Friday on Patreon for the $5, $10, and $20 tiers, either per month or yearly. So the annual and the month-to-month are on sale right now if you want to do that. So 40% off on all that stuff. Don't know if I'm going to be losing a whole lot on that, but there you go. And yeah, that's it. Okay, now I'm done. Hope you have a great... Oh, right, fourth wall, if you want some pocket teas like this. Okay, now I'm done. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your night. God bless you all, and we will see you next time on the stream.